Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas Triple T Ty with another new bullish crypto analysis. Before we start, remember this is for edutainment only and not to be considered as financial advice. And also, when you feel value has been added, feel free to smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe if you haven't, and share your thoughts and share my analysis with your friends and family. So let's before we dig in and take a look at the markets around the world, crypto and equities, let's go through the news. First of all, the U.S. equities market is closed today for Good Friday. Tax normally is due today in the U.S., April the 15th, but it's been put off until Monday. So some extra days for those who are procrastinating. All right, so let's dig into the news first and take a look. According to Politico.com, Biden's poster 2022 is the worst political environment of my lifetime. So the economy is doing pretty good in America. I mean, considering all the macro factors. But Biden's having a really tough time in the polls because of inflation. People are feeling the pain, especially younger people in their early late teens and early 20s, according to the polls. So it's going to be an interesting midterm election, and you're wondering what does this have to do with investments? Well, politics has a lot to do with investment because they help shape decisions for finance and what the government does with different programs. Additionally, BlackRock expects 75% of their company to and government assets to be zero aligned by 2030. Why is this important? Because there is a thing called climate change, and a lot of companies are working on being carbon neutral with their companies that they invest in or their own companies. According to HousingWire.com, Wells Fargo, J.P. Morgan, and the mortgage storm is coming. And what they're saying is that the rate of applications for mortgage has been trending down significantly, and that their mortgage businesses will be hit hard with the rising interest rate. Interest rate recently has topped 5% for a 30-year fixed mortgage, and that could be problematic for people trying to qualify and not qualify for mortgages. Not only that, because the debt-to-income ratio is for qualifications higher, and the rate is just not very affordable. So their programs are going to be impacted, their earnings can be impacted, etc., etc. So they're going to feel the pain, and people are going to feel the pain. So inflation is just painful overall. Inflation is like a tax that we all pay. It's like I should do a video on money and inflation and all that stuff. But yeah, inflation is a hidden tax that we're all paying. Instead of raising taxes, inflation is a tax. Fidelity, they gosh, how much are they worth now? Million, billion, trillion, 4.2 trillion. They're launching a metaverse and crypto ETFs, two of them, one for metaverse and one for crypto. And ETF basically is like you can buy, instead of buying the metaverse or the crypto themselves, or you holding them, which I highly suggest. But you can also, if you go the path of traditional finance, you can buy a fraction of these different companies that these ETFs hold. So you can buy fractions of them. And so when you buy a share of the ETF, you buy a fraction of all these companies that they hold in these ETFs. And Fidelity is a huge company, and they're pro crypto, which is pretty cool. Russia warns U.S. to stop arming Ukraine. just Russia just gets more ridiculous day by day. So they they have extreme violence over and invading their neighbor, but when people come to defend their neighbor, they're warning people to stop arming them so they can rape, pillage, and kill people. Uh, I just don't. just it's like a comedy show, but it's not funny. They're just making ridiculous decisions and always like talking tough. I had a Chihuahua way back years ago, and he's a tiny little dog, but he barks really loud, and so like behind a fence, you think he's a really big dog, but he's not. He's a tiny little dog, just barks really loud and obnoxiously all the time. Russia reminds me of my Chihuahua, except Russia is evil. My Chihuahua is nice. More than 900 civilian bodies found in Kiev region, Ukraine. Regional police say Zelensky praises Ukrainian bravery. I'm not sure if you heard, but after Ukraine sunk one of Russia's flagship, what is it, cruiser or like this giant ship, one of their flagship, it sunk, and so Russia retaliated by sending a missile to Kiev, one of the biggest explosions in Kiev so far, and they're planning to send some more. It's just ridiculous. Shanghai residents clash with police over homes being used to isolate COVID patients, and this is according to NBC News. China, as you know, they have the zero COVID policy, and they're taking control of different buildings, different housing areas to use them to shelter COVID patients. And obviously, if someone's gonna use your building where you live to isolate patients, you can be upset. So understandably, and people, they had their first protest today in Shanghai in a long time over this whole COVID lockdown situation where people are dying, they can't get food and they can't get out, so they're frustrated, understandably. China is ratcheting up more tension in the South China Sea. They're sending their most advanced fighter jet to patrol the disputed area, and these disputed islands are China claims to own them all, but other countries, they have said that no, they own part of that. So it's been years. They're turning some of these islands into what is it called, landing space for their jets, and it's just militarizing the area. And the reason they're doing this is because that area, not only is it rich in fish, but also mineral and potentially other assets as well. So they're trying to stake claim on that. And so if that area becomes a hotspot, that's gonna make the world and the economies, and it's gonna be painful, even more than what we're dealing with right now. The North Korea, according to BBC News and other news outlets, North Korean hackers targeted gamers in the $615 million crypto heist. This happened not too long ago. It was the heist in the Axie Infinity. It's actually last month. So they found out that it came from North Korea, and North Korea is starving, so they need money somehow. So hacking and stealing people's money, it's one of their ways of growing their economy, I guess. Stablecoin issuer says it's close to opening a U.S. crypto bank charter. This is huge. This is according to Finbold.com. And with a banking charter, that means that not only can that bank in this case, this is Circle Internet Financial. Not only can they do traditional banking products and services, but they can also do crypto as well. And this would be a huge game changer to be able to do both. So good for them. And this is if you didn't know, Circle Internet Financial, their stablecoin is USDC, one of the fastest growing stablecoins. Binance launches its first customer service in Turkey, according to Cointelegraph. And why would they open it in Turkey? Well, Turkey is one of the hotspots, one of the fastest growing crypto markets in the world. And Binance is opening a customer service in Turkey to serve that population. And they're going to do that via their app. And so in order to get customer service, you got to go through their app and do that. And this is, I believe it's just for Turkey alone, but they may expand this pilot program throughout the world once it's successful. And customer service in the crypto industry is horrendous. It's horrible. And any kind of service is better than what we have right now. Bitstamp asks users to to update the source of their crypto, citing regulatory compliance. So now what people are having to do, their customers, is to they got a site where they got the money that they're buying their crypto with. Like they have a form where you fill it out. Is it from your job? Is it from whatever? So this is coming. I think this is coming through many top exchanges as regulation takes hold. And this is mainly, the spin around this is basically, to help fight against money laundering and money from criminals, etc. But it does invade on people's privacy. So, all right. So that's covers the news. The U.S. market's closed today, but crypto is open, and other markets around the world are open. So let's take a look at them. By the way, for this background here, first of all, I remember to change the background in the video, so that's good. And I added some of these logos here. You can see there for these some of these logos right there, and there into the background to make it more professional and nice looking. So let me know what you think. Let's dig in. Here's the crypto market heat map. We got BTC around 40.3K. Dominance is just below 41 at 40.9. Ethereum 3K. Dominance 19.41. Overall, pretty green market. What's interesting is two of the top coins, Luna and AVAX, are down. And Luna has been dropping down faster than Bitcoin. And in the past, Luna rises faster and drops slower than Bitcoin. But for the last 5 hours, and also in the previous days too, it accelerates in its drop more than Bitcoin, and it doesn't come up as fast. And I think that has to do with the sell-off from its all-time high of almost $120. AVAX is having a tough day today too. But overall, crypto market is pretty green. So let's take a look at the coin market cap. As far as crypto market cap here, we're down 2.86% day over day at $1.86 trillion. So we've been dropping off from the $2 trillion market cap, which is tough. So money is still leaving the crypto market. And here we have the trading view chart. We got 30-minute time frame, 7 days worth of data roughly. And over here we have our watch list. Since the U.S. market's closed today, I'm not going to go through them over here, but let's take a look at trends. Here, Bitcoin has been trending up since, shortly, several hours after the market opened yesterday. It's been trending up since. was down roughly around 39.7, and it's making its way up. What's interesting about this is the Dixie is also trending up during that time. So that negative correlation is not holding. But it does that. There are periods where it doesn't hold, but ultimately it will revert back to holding that negative correlation. And you can see Nasdaq, Nasdaq, SPX, DJI, etc. are closed as well as the U.S. 10-year yield here. So not much to analyze there, but we can see that yesterday it was a downtrend for the day for all of them. And you can see over here, all negative for yesterday. Over in the European market here, we don't have much happening. I think they might be closed today too. Good Friday is a religious holiday, so maybe so they probably close. But yesterday, in their last trading session, they were up. You can see that here. This is UK 100. DAX from Germany, CAC from France, and Stock 600. They were all trending up, while the U.S. trended down. Over in Australia, their market they weren't trading in the last session. Nikkei 225 in their last session yesterday, they were trending up. Same thing with KOSPI from South Korea. Hang Seng is closed. The CSI 300 from Shanghai, it was slightly up, and they haven't had a multi-day uptrend. So overall, the rest of the world is trending up in the previous session, but the U.S. is trending down. And that pretty much covers the market news and trends. I hope you enjoyed it. I have 2 more videos to do today, and I'll see you in them. What are those 2 videos? One is Phantom Friday, and the other one is Bitcoin's daily analysis. So feel free to smash the like, hit the subscribe button, and ring my bell for notifications. And please share my analysis with your friends and family. Peace.